What a girl, what a world, what a light. Oh, I married Joan. What a mind, love is blind, what a wife.
Joan Davis with Jim Backus in
I married Joan.
Oh, it's Ambrose Smith with the mail.
The Smith boy is delivering the mail?
Come in. Guess he's got a part-time job at the post office now.
Hi, Miss Stevens.
Hello, Ambrose.
Hello, Judge Stevens.
Do you always deliver the mail in person to the back door?
Only on Thursdays.
What is so special about Thursdays?
Thursdays is pie day for Ambrose.
I should have known.
Ambrose, I baked 2 kinds of pies last night, and I got them all marked which is which. What kind do you want?
How can you tell which is which? They're all marked T.A.
Well, it's easy. Tis apple, tain't apple. Tis apple, tain't apple.
I'll take tain't apple. It's absolutely my favorite.
Here you are, Ambrose.
Thank you. Well, I gotta be going. You know the motto of the post office: neither sleet, rain, nor hail can stop the United States mail.
I think that tain't apple will slow it down a little today.
Here's your letters. Thanks for the pie, Miss Stevens. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Ambrose. What is the post office department coming to? The bill. Another bill. Bill.
Hey, Brad.
Yeah?
Here's a crackpot letter. Listen to this. Dear Slim. Well, I know it's not for you, Fatso. Dear Slim, please excuse the handwriting, but I wouldn't even want my secretary to know what's in this letter. The time has come for us to make our move. I've made all necessary arrangements for myself and am leaving in the morning on a hunting trip in the North Woods. However, I am keeping my promise and passing the tip along to you. Now, the information is...
Don't read any more. This letter is for Mr. Tobin, and it's from Toledo.
Oh, it is?
Well, don't read any more.
But, Fred, I'm just getting to the interesting part. I want to find out what the information is.
No.
Just one little peek.
Joan, no.
How about one real fast look?
No, dear.
One eye, Brad? One eye?
No. You opened this letter thinking it was for you. That was an accident. But now that you know it's not yours, if you continue to read it, that would be a very serious federal offense.
But, Your Honor, Brad, I'll be up half the night wondering what that information is. I wouldn't be in this predicament, Brad, if you hadn't been so nosy and you looked at that envelope.
Well, dear, there's only one thing to do. You'll just have to go next door to the Tobins, give them the letter, explain to them that it was an accident, return it to them.
Oh, honey, Mrs. Tobin would never swallow a story like that any more than I'd believe her if she said she opened my letter by mistake.
Well, I know, dear, but you have no other alternative. It's absolutely the only thing you can do. Honey, I have to get to court. I'm late. Now, you take that letter over there right away, will you, dear?
All right.
Goodbye. Take the letter over to the Tobin.
I will. Back to the Tobin. Oh, I just can't do it. I gotta find out what that information is for Slinto. Be careful. Mrs. Tobin is probably spying on me right now with binoculars. She's leaving home. Wonder where she went. Cigar butts in the ashtray, and they're not her husband's brand. Oh, it's all right. There's lipstick on them. Her shade.
Oh, hello there. Your back door was open, so I just walked in.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Tobin. I just planted some geraniums in my window box, and I wanted to see if the little seeds were doing their best. Oh, they're coming up
Mrs.
fine.
Stevens, I'm terribly embarrassed.
You're embarrassed?
About yesterday. I came to apologize to you for what happened at the beauty parlor. I was so upset the way they did my hair that I simply didn't know what I was saying.
Oh, so that's what it was. I thought it was a terrible dye job myself, but I wasn't going to say anything. You know, I was just coming over to see you.
Oh, well, I'm glad you're not angry. When I calmed down, I realized that you're not the type of person that would stoop to eavesdropping. Why, that's as bad as reading someone else's diary or opening someone else's mail.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
I should have known that the wife of a man like Judge Stevens would have much more character than to do anything so low and contemptible. Oh, did your mail come?
Yes, did.
Then I better run out to the box and see if we got ours. My husband is expecting a letter from Toledo with some very important information in it, and he wants me to call him at the office as soon as it gets here. Oh, what did you want to see me about, Mrs. Stevens?
Oh, I just wanted to borrow a cup of lettuce.
Lettuce.
That's it, lettuce.
A cup of lettuce?
Yes, you see, my husband and I are both on a diet, and sugar would be so fattening.
Oh, a cup of lettuce.
Please. No dressing. I better put this letter in an envelope and mail it before I'm tempted to read the rest of it. If I do, Brad will never forgive me.
Hi, Miss Stevens.
Oh, hello, Ambrose. Well, there's no point in dropping this in the box. You might as well take it with you.
347 Laurel. Why, that's right next door to you.
Yes, it's for the Tobins, and on account of you, I had to put it in a new envelope.
On account of me?
Yes, you dropped their letter at my house, and I opened it by mistake. But I didn't read it. Oh.
Well, why don't you just go next door and hand it to them?
Oh, no, I wouldn't want them to think that I'd opened their mail. Besides, it's a very important letter from Toledo.
Oh, well, we can't send it that way then. They'd know something was wrong.
Why?
Well, because if the letter was from Toledo, it would have a Toledo postmark.
Oh, my goodness, that's right. Ambrose, what am I going to do? It's all your fault that I got into this mess.
Well, I'm sorry, Miss Stevens, and I'm sorry I can't help you, but, gosh, you can't expect me to give up everything and go to Toledo to mail a letter.
Well, I know. I could give you the car fare. Say, I got an aunt in Toledo. She'd put you up for the night. She makes wonderful bananas. You'd just be crazy about them. But wait a minute. I could send this letter to my aunt, and she could mail it from Toledo. Why didn't I think of this 2 weeks ago?
But you didn't get the letter from the Tobins until today.
I know, but if I would have written to my aunt 2 weeks ago, she would have answered, invited me to Toledo. I would have gone, and I wouldn't have been in this mess now. Why didn't I think of this 2 weeks ago? I could have been there having a wonderful time.
Sooner or later, Joni, you're going to hear from the Tobins. Sooner or later.
Judge Stevens, you know, I hate to be a pest about this, but I would like your advice.
Yes, Tobin. Of course, what is it?
Well, you see, I was expecting...
Coffee, anyone?
Oh, no, thank you. Go on, Tobin.
Well, I failed to receive this very important letter.
You mean you didn't get the letter that... Joan, didn't you...
Anyone care for a sandwich?
No.
Please go on. You were saying something about a letter?
Yes, well, I was expecting...
And now,
this
wouldn't you care for...
See? This very important letter that has information that I must act on today. But it hasn't come.
But we know it was mailed, and it should have been here today.
Did you want to say something? Do you?
Not a word.
You're a judge. I thought maybe you could tell me if I could do anything.
Can we sue if we don't get the letter?
What's the use to sue the post office? Even if you won, they just pay you off in stamps.
Joan is right.
I am?
Now, in my experience with the post office has been that the post office usually gets the mail out on schedule. So chances are they're not at fault. In fact, I'd even be willing to bet on it.
Oh, Brad, the post office isn't so efficient. How about the time I mailed that package to your father and it came back undelivered in 2 days?
That was because you forgot to put any stamps on it.
Well, that's hardly an excuse. They could have looked up our credit. We have charge accounts all over.
But, Judge Stevens, if the post office isn't at fault, who is? I know the letter was mailed.
Some individual. Some person.
You mean someone stole the letter?
Yes.
No.
Well, perhaps someone got it by mistake and just hasn't gotten around to returning
Yes,
it.
but I've got to have that letter today. Tomorrow will be too late.
Oh, if I could just get my hands on the person who's got that letter.
Now, if she, if that person fails to return that letter on time, you can sue for everything that you might have gotten and gotten your money back. And if you have proof that that letter was willfully withheld, then that person can be sent to jail.
Do you mean that this person, because they accidentally kept a little letter too long, could go to Tehachapi?
But Tehachapi is a woman's prison. Do you think a woman has the letter?
Oh, no, but just think what punishment it would be for a man to be sent to a prison full of women and then put in solitary confinement. I'm crazy, you know. There's some fellas that I tell.
Well, Mr. Tobin, I just have a hunch that your letter will be returned in time, and you should just sit tight.
Well, thank you, Judge Stevens. I guess that's all I can do.
Well, come on, Kerwin. We better get home just in case.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Not at all.
Bye.
Goodbye, Mrs. Tobin. Goodbye.
So that's it.
Joan, why didn't you... Yes, ma'am?
I mailed a letter to Toledo, and I've got to get it back before it's too late. Would you mind if I went in and got it?
I'm sorry, lady. That's against postal regulations.
Yes, but I've got to get this back right away. It's very important.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
In fact, it's a matter of life and death.
Oh?
Oh, yes. You see, the letter is to my Aunt Nellie in Toledo, and I've sent her a recipe for angel food cake. And I made a mistake and wrote down some wrong ingredients. And if she bakes the cake the way I wrote it down and eats it, I'm afraid she'll be getting the real recipe from the angels themselves.
I'm sorry, lady. I'd like to help you, but I can't. You see, we have rules and regulations. Once a piece of mail is deposited in a public receptacle, it must be delivered to the addressee. I think. For the last time, I'm telling you it's against the rules.
Well, I'm sure you could make an exception in this one case. After all, I am a very good customer. I buy all my stamps at the United States Post Office. I wouldn't go to another post office.
I'm sorry, lady, but you can't go in there. Only official personnel permitted. And when I say official personnel, I mean official personnel.
Well, I'm an official personnel. I'm an official taxpayer, and I resent this whole treatment, so goodbye.
All ready, Joe, to go.
Say, is your name Henry?
No, it's George.
Oh, well, then this call must be for you, George. I'll put him right on.
Thank you, lady. Hello. 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 Say, lady, there wasn't anybody. There you are, Joe.
You must be one of the new temporaries they sent down here.
Huh? Oh, yes, temporary. It's a long ways to temporary, too.
You seem to be doing very well. You keep up the good work. This is our interbranch pneumatic tube system. We send stuff from one office to the other by compressed air.
Is that so? What won't they compress next?
And when that light flashes on, that means a parcel's coming in. You stamp it and put it in its proper place. Then if you want to send a package out, you put it here and press that button.
Like this? Oh, I'm sorry. I'll get it for you.
Don't put your arm in there, although I ought to let you. Now, don't just stand there. Get it. Oh, if you weren't a woman, I'd... Oh, stamp it. Then put it in the proper place. Well, get it.
Hey, look what came out.
Oh, stamp it, stamp it. And put it in the proper place. Will you get over there and get to work? Never mind. Here, take care of this window.
Do you mind helping me? The spring's gotten loose. Hold your finger on the nut. Thank you very much.
Where's that package go?
Toledo. Minneapolis.
Well, then it goes in that bin over there. Well, toss it in.
Glass. Better mark this fragile.
I'd like to make a complaint. I'd like to make a complaint.
Oh, yes. Well, I'll have a clerk take care of you right away. Will you take care of these people, please? The complaint forms are right there.
Yes, sir. What can we do for you?
Well, I was expecting a very important letter from Toledo, and it wasn't delivered.
What is your name, Mr. Kerwin?
Kerwin Tobin. How did you know my name?
You just told me, remember? It's 347 Laurel Avenue.
Well, how did you know our address?
We here at the post office know everyone's address. How else would we be able to deliver the mail?
There's something fishy around here.
Yes, that package. It's been here since Friday. We should get it out of here. I'll be right back. Hey, Soup, I think you better take care of this customer. I got a very large complaint.
Look, if you know what's good for you, you'll get back to that window. Now go on.
Why, it's Mrs. Stevens.
I thought something was phony about that. What is it? There's a woman in there that doesn't belong in there. She's tampering with the mail.
Oh, she is, eh? Well, we'll take care of that.
Come on, Jim.
I've been here all the time, and I'll take an oath she didn't get in there. And I'll take another oath. We'll catch her before she gets out.
Ambrose, you gotta get me out of here.
Mrs. Stevens. Mrs. Stevens. Oh, Mrs. Stevens, you'll get caught. Don't hit Mrs. Stevens. Don't. I'll lose my job.
Oh, come on. Hey, Ambrose, you're going the wrong way with that. Has to be weighed first. Hey, Charlie, weigh those bags. I certainly would like to get my hands on that woman. Hey, Charlie, are you sure you didn't see that woman anywhere?
Well, what did she look like, boss?
Well, she had blonde hair. I think she was about, 5'2".
5'5.5".
5'5.5".
5'5.5". Whoa! So there you are, eh? Tampering with the United States mail.
Yeah, I can explain everything, honestly. You see, I opened my neighbor's a letter by mistake, and I didn't want her to think I was nosy, so I mailed it back, but I had to have a Toledo postmark on it, so I mailed it to my Aunt Nellie Davis in Toledo, and I'm awful sorry. And I'd give my right arm if I could have it back.
Did you say Toledo?
Yeah.
Here's a letter going to Nellie Davis at Toledo.
Nellie Davis! This is it. Oh, no! I give my right arm. I almost did.
I married Joan. What a girl, what a world, what a life. Oh, I married Joan. What a mind, love is blind, what a wife. Do. Giddy and gay, all day she keeps my heart laughing. Never know where her brain has flown.